So good afternoon to everyone again and welcome to the class.
Good afternoon, sir.
Welcome. I don't know why some people decided to join this late.
I started the class while I was not at home, so I just got home now.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Yes, sir.
So we begin at once with paper 2, section A. So the first question reads, simplify the expression 8x minus 2 into x plus 1. 8x minus 2 into x plus 1. So with this, we just expand this bracket. That will give us 8x minus 2x. Now minus 2 times plus 1 is minus 2, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me go back to this one. Well, I think I have to be writing now. So this is going to give us, okay. Let me switch to my pen. Please let me adjust the pen, the online pen.
Thanks.
So this is going to give us let me just adjust it. So this gives us 8x. Okay. 8x
Yes,
minus 2x minus 2 times plus 1 minus 2, right?
yes. Sir.
Now 8x minus 2x is 6x minus 2. So this gives us 6x minus 2. Okay. Is there any question here?
Not
So is
sure.
that the final answer?
Yes, they say you should simplify. Now it means you should expand and bring like terms together. That's the meaning of simplifying.
Okay.
Of course. Now B, solve the equation 8x minus 2 into x plus 1 equals 5x. So what they want now is to take this answer here, because this is the same expression here, and equate to 5. But we already have the answer to be 6x minus 2. So this will imply 6x minus 2 is equal to 5x, right?
Yes, sir.
And from here, if you carry this 5x to the left-hand side, if we subtract 5x from both sides, we'll be left with x. We now carry this minus 2 to the right-hand side. What does it become?
X equals to 2.
X equals to 2. So this is what we have for question 1. Okay, now we can go to question 2. Okay, question 2. Now question 2 reads, given that the area of this rectangle in figure 1 is 12 centimeters squared, find the value of x. So the area of this rectangle is 12 centimeters squared, find the value of x. Now, how do we find the area of a rectangle?
Length
times width.
Length times width. Therefore means that the length, which is x plus 3 times the width, which is 2, is going to give us 12 because the area is 12. So this will give us 2 into x plus 3.
X plus 3.
That should be equal to what?
12.
Should be equal to 12, right?
Yes, sir.
Now we can divide both sides by 2. Divide both sides by 2, be left with x plus 3 on the left-hand side, or you can decide and expand. So x plus 3 is equal to 6. And what will be the value of x?
X equals to X equals to 3.
X will be equal to 3. Now we are being told in B that using the value of x above, find the perimeter of the rectangle. What's the formula for perimeter?
Length times width plus height. Times height.
That is length plus width times 2, right?
Mhm.
Right? Or you just add the length plus width plus width. Okay?
Yes,
so this
sir.
is equal to, but from here now, from this rectangle, what is our length? Our length
3.
is x plus 3 now. So our length should be 3 plus 3, which is,
6.
so our length is equal to 6, right?
Yes, sir.
Because here in the question I've been given that the length is x plus 3, but we know that the value of x is 3. So length is 6, while the width is 2. So this will give us 6, which is the length, plus the width, which is equal to 2. All of that times 2. What will be our final answer?
16.
All right, so that will give us 16 centimeters. 16 centimeters. So this is it for question 2. Any questions?
No, sir.
All right, so we can move to question 3. So question 3 reads, you are given the function f is such that x is mapped onto 4x minus 1 on x plus 4. Now find f of 2. F of 2 will be equal to 4 into 2.
Minus 1.
Okay, minus 1
No, 2 plus.
on 2 plus 4. So what does this give us, guys? Oh, 2 plus 4, I'm writing 2 plus 3. So 4 plus 2 is 4 times 2 is 8, minus 1, 7. 7 on 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this gives us 7 on 6. Now write down the domain of this function. Another good question. I want to hear from you. How do you get the domain of this function?
The domain.
Yes.
You equate it to 0.
Perfect. We are going to equate this denominator to 0. Because the domain means that this denominator here should not be equal to 0. So x plus 4, that's the denominator, should not be equal to 0. Why? Because if it is equal to 0, the function will not be defined. So it should not be equal to 0. And what does this imply? That x should not be equal to which number?
X should not be equal to 0.
X should not be equal to which number?
Minus 4.
Yes, not equal to, you solve it the same as you solve an equation. Nothing changes. So the domain will be the set of all real numbers. Look at it. All real numbers, excluding which number? Which value?
Minus 4.
Minus 4.
Excluding minus 4. So this is how you write it. Another way to write it is this, like you saw, I'm sure you must have seen this, like they write it in form 3 or form 4. So another way to write it is the set of all real numbers minus the set minus 4. So this is the domain. There are other ways that you can write it using interval notation. You know about interval notations?
No, sir.
Yeah, but that one is not common. Okay. Oh, it's mostly for technical students. Now, C says that we should solve the equation f of 2x equals 1. Wow, what a sweet one. So how do we find f of 2x? Remember that this is mock and it has come to mock you. Do not allow the mock to mock you. So f of 2x just means in this function here, we are going to replace x or substitute x by 2x. So this f of 2x should be equal to 4
into 2x.
into 2x. Please, the person with the child beside, can you take the child away? Minus 1. All this on, I replace again x by what?
2x.
By 2x.
2x plus 4. Plus 4. And what should I equate this by?
1.
To 1.
You should. Not talking again.
Are you getting me?
Yes, I'm getting now.
We are getting you now.
Were you not getting me before?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Oh, I think that my microphone went off. All right, let me change the microphone and take another one. But this one is not very clear instead. That's why I was trying not to use it. All right, so now here we have 6x equals 5 and x will be equal to what value?
6
Okay, 5.
minus 1. 5.
5 on 6 now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Careful, this one to make an error. Okay, any questions on this particular one?
So I don't understand how you came out with the solution of this C.
Of this C from the beginning?
Yes, sir.
What you just have to do is look at the question. The question has stated that f of 2x. What they gave us above here is f of x. Now they have replaced that x by 2x, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'll go into the equation equal on the right hand side. Wherever I see x, I'll replace it by 2x. Can you see?
Yes, sir, I'm seeing.
Good. So from there now, I'll now expand, simplify, cross multiply, and that's how we came out with this solution like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. That brings us to question 4. Question 4. Draw the truth table for this statement. Draw the truth statement for what type of statement is an implication, right?
Yes, sir.
P implies Q. So let's draw the truth table for it. So this is our P. And then we have Q. Now when P is true, or we can start with false, false. P is true and P is true. P is false and then P is false again. Then now for Q, we have true, false, true, false. We can now make these lines to be like this. The next line, the next, and the last. All right, so from here now, I'm going to put this. P implies Q now here. P implies Q. Now, what are the conditions for this truth table? Whenever the two are the same, it is true. When they are the same, whether they are false or they are true, whenever the two are the same, it is true. And whenever the second is false and the first is true, it's going to be false. Yeah. But if the first is false and the second is true, it's going to be true. So you have to note this point. B implies Q has only one value, that is 4. And that happens only when the first is 2 and the second is 4. What name is given to this type of statement, guys? What name? What name is given to this type of statement? Implication. Say implication. So these are implications. That person is still discussing again with the child.
What is this one now?
We now move on to question 5. Are there any questions on question 4?
No.
All right, let's go to question 5. So this is question 5, and question 5 reads, evaluate 3x plus 2y, all that on 2u minus 3x, when x equals -3 and y equals 1 and u equals -4. So I want us to find the numerical value of this expression. So how do we find the numerical value of this expression? By just substituting these values, right? So this will be equal to 3 into x. What's the value of x? X is -3 plus 2 into y. What's the value of y? 1.
1.
All this on 2 into u -4 minus 3x. So -3 into x, x is minus 3. So this is equal to, this is -9 plus 2. -9 plus 2. All this on -8. Please be talking as well now. Plus 9. How can a math teacher be talking alone? So this gives us -9 plus 2 is -7. And -8 plus 9 is like 9 minus 8 is 1. So this gives us -7. Now B, given that z equals xt squared, all that on u minus t squared, comma, make t the subject of the formula. Oh, this one is sweet. So we start by cross multiplying, right?
Yes, sir.
So z times all of this. Yeah, so we have z times u. So we have zu. Zu minus zt squared. I'm writing my z like this. I'm sure you know Francophones like to write this type of z. We have also learned them. So it's equal to xt squared. We now bring the like terms together. What are the like terms here? Because we want to work with t. Yeah, so we can still carry our this to the right hand side because I will have to escape from negative signs. So I'm going to have zu or uz to be equal to x t squared plus or minus. Plus what?
Minus.
Plus like the equality sign. Plus zt squared. From here we can factor out t squared. So have t squared into which number plus which number? So x plus z. So this will be equal to zu. Are we together?
No, sir.
Have people not done this thing in Form 3, Form 4, and Form 5?
No.
Hey! And why should I
When you come, don't see
Our
multiple
teacher
equations
was,
and you have those linear equations.
our teacher was pregnant.
That's it. That's why they always tell us all type of stories. I've heard those stories too. So from here, t squared is equal to, I'll hear all type of stories. So from here, t squared, okay, now that this other teacher is not pregnant, so just be learning what you can learn, okay?
Yes, sir.
I'm covering up for my colleague that was pregnant. It's our colleague. All this on x plus z. So we are now dividing both sides by x plus z. So this is what we have. But they don't want us to give t squared. They want us to give t. So what you're going to do here is take the square root of both sides. So t will be equal to the square root. And this mock was really easy. Please, have you watched on YouTube our special mock called Black June?
No, sir.
If you watch that one, you are doing this one, nobody say anything. It means that if you go through that one, you will just know that. Please, you just check on YouTube, just go to our channel and check the paper called Black June, or you check Examiner's Bad Hand. These two papers, one is yellow, the other one is black. If you go through this yellow and this black paper, let me not see what I want to say because I may say it and get into trouble. Yes. All right, so this is it. So how many marks can I give this type of question? Like 3 marks or 4 marks?
5 marks.
Thank God. Yeah, 3 marks. Okay, 5 marks. But what have you really done that you want up to 5 marks now? That's not a waste of national marks.
So it's math. Oh.
Math and English, all of that things, the subjects are the same now. What's the difference?
No, they are not the same.
That we are saying that math is the cheapest subject.
No.
You are old, sir.
All of us attending this class now.
Math is in the middle.
And because no, there's a cheapest subject, we want to make it more cheap so that people will be happy with it. Any questions with that previous with number 5?
No.
So we can go to number 6, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's already number.
All right, number 6. We have to make sure we clear this section A today. No shaking. The masses of 2 similar objects are 24 kilograms and 81 kilograms respectively. Find the scale factor of the bigger to the smaller one. Similar figures like a small ball and a big ball. The same size, the same shape, everything. Sorry, the same shape, but different size. So the scale factor, we can call it R or any other thing. Let this our R be equal to the size of the bigger one is 81. Over the smaller one, 24. So this is a scale factor, but can we cancel out? Yes. 3 here, 27 times. 3 into 24, how many times? 8 times.
8 times. Yes, sir.
So this is the scale factor. So the scale factor can also be written like this: 27 is to 8. So this one should be equal to the big is to small is equal to 27 is to 8. Now, given that the area of the bigger one is 540 centimeters square, if the area of the bigger one is 540 centimeters square, calculate the area of the smaller one. So we are going to use this scale factor, right? So from there, we know that area of big divided by area of small should be equal to this our scale factor. The scale of the bigger one is 27, and for the small one, over 8. So from here, we can calculate the area of the smaller one. So this implies that the area of the smaller one, AS, should be equal to, we cross multiply, 8 times the area of the big one, all that on 27. So 8 times the area of the big one. What's the area of the big one? 540.
Yes, sir.
All that divided by 27. So from here, 27 here, 1, 27 to 54, 2 times, and then we have the 0, 20. So what is 8 times 20?
Mm,
You want to use a calculator?
no.
You know that in my class, I don't allow students to use calculators.
So yeah,
What?
nice.
Yeah, very nice man, except they are doing trigonometry
Yeah.
or the statistics is lengthy.
Hmm.
During normal class, I make them to try because sometimes students actually know what to do, but they have made a mistake in programming the calculator. They'll go and program it the wrong way, and then they'll have wrong answers, and they actually know what to do.
Mhm.
And because they believe in calculator, like calculator is a small god in their lives, they'll just copy and paste. And we who are marking now, we don't have false conscience. We don't know to have mercy on anybody. We follow the marking of those who believe in their gods of calculator. At the end now, everybody is anyway. Some people are happy, some people are not happy. Any issue with this particular question?
No, sir.
Okay. So we can move to number 7. Yes, Zoom is going very fast. If it was WhatsApp, we will still be there wasting time. We'll be at number 10. Some people send the answer of number 1. And it's not making sense. Now, question 7, solve the inequality. How do we solve it? Some people don't want to see this one.
Master.
So our AC here is, we are going to solve by factorization. A is 1, C is 10. So AC is 24. What are the factors of 24? That when we multiply those two factors, we are going to have 24. And when we add them, we are going to have negative 10.
Make right.
What are those factors?
Pardon, sir.
What are the factors of 24 that when we multiply the two factors, we are going to have 24? And when we add them, we are going to have negative 10.
We have.
So I'm sure that this mock would have really mocked many people. And this mock is very cheap.
Hi.
Have you seen the paper one? It's very cheap. We'll put the paper one online tonight, but we'll put it inside our blog. We'll not put it on YouTube. That's a good thing now.
Yes, sir.
We'll put in the website. So these factors are negative 12 and plus 2. And check for yourself. So you have x squared minus 12x
X
plus
plus
2x
2x
plus 24, right?
Yes.
Plus 24, and that gives us that greater than 0. We group them now. For this first group, then we have the second group. So the first group, we have x, which is common. You factor it out into minus 12x divided by x is minus 12. We close the bracket. Now for the second group, the highest common factor is plus 2. We bring it out, open the bracket. Plus 2x divided by plus 2 is x. Then my plus 24 divided by plus 2 is plus It's
Well.
plus 12. There's an issue here, right?
So it's, and this is 12 now.
There's an issue here, right? It's going to give
So
me
I'm not.
it's going to give me plus 12, but yeah, so it means that these pairs of factors are not the correct one. Let's see, minus 6. Yeah, it's not the correct one. Minus 6, and it's supposed to be minus 6 and minus 4. All right, so I'll just adjust it. Eraser. Okay. All right. We have minus 6x minus 4x right, so we're going to have the same thing down here. Let me just clear this one. So into x minus 6, now we're going to have it correctly. So here minus 4 into minus 4x divided by minus 4 is x. And plus 24 divided by minus 4 is minus 6. Now it has come out because the two brackets must have the same things inside. I noticed that there was a mistake because the values were not the same. The expressions inside the brackets were not the same. So this now gives us x minus 4. We take just one of the brackets since the two are the same. And then what is outside, we put in another bracket, x minus 6 equals 0. Whenever I have inequalities, I advise that you solve, if it's a quadratic inequality, you use factorization. Now this is an inequality, so it has but a range of value that satisfies it. So we are going to test the different regions. From here, the boundary solutions are x equals 4 and x equals 6, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. So, and those boundaries are not included, so I will not shade the circle. 4 is not included, and 6 is not included, so I will not also shade. Now let's take any number less than 4 and test in this equation. For example, 0. If x is 0, the first bracket is going to be 0 minus 4 is negative, right?
Yes, sir.
And the second bracket will also be negative. Negative times negative. Positive, right? Is
Yes.
a positive number greater than 0?
Yes, sir.
It means that this region satisfies, because we have taken a number in that region and it satisfies it. Now let's take a number between 4 and 6. Let's take 5, for example, and test. Now in this first bracket here, 5 minus 1, minus 4 is positive, right?
Yes, sir.
And then the second bracket, 5 minus 6 is negative.
Minus.
Right?
Yes, sir.
The positive and negative is a negative number. Is a negative number greater than 0?
No, sir.
Means that this region in between 4 and 6 is the wrong one. Now let's take any number above 6 and test. Of course, above 6, the first will be positive and the second will be positive. And that positive number is greater than 0. So the region above 6 will still satisfy. So these are inequality will be all numbers greater than or equal to 6, like this, I shade, and all numbers less than 4. So this is it. So you can write the answer, your solution as x is less than 4 union x is what? Greater than which number?
6.
Greater than 6. Oh, this question like this, many students just come and see it and skip it. I don't want the stress. Now the B part says represent your answer in A above as an interval. Oh, this is the part that I skipped when I was talking about that domain. Now the answer here as an interval. Are you happy now?
No, no, sir.
Now, this one, if you look at this diagram, it's good that I use a diagram. This diagram shows that you have values of x that will satisfy from 4 right down to 0, right to negative infinity, because moving to the left now.
Yes, sir.
And then from 6 to above, so you continue to increase forever to positive infinity. So as an interval notation, is from negative infinity to 4. This is this first part that is pointing 4 backwards. And 4 is not included. So these things like this. This is from 2 up. And then it continues. So we write union from which number? From 6 now, right?
Yes, sir.
From 6 to positive infinity. 6 to positive infinity. So this is your answer in interval notation.
Yes, sir.
And see, so how many marks should I give you this one now?
7 marks.
Jesus Christ. And people will not have up to 2 marks in it now. Guys, any question here?
No, sir.
The terrain is getting tough. Okay, let's move on. Question 8. So question 8 reads, write down the number of nodes. So this is a network. On this network, they want us to write down the number of nodes. Nodes are just endpoints or meeting points of 2 or more arcs. So this is a node. Node number 1. Node number 2.
3
Node
and
number
4.
3. Node number 4. So how many nodes are there? 4.
4.
Now the number of arcs. Arcs are the lines now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How many arcs are there, guys?
8. 8, sir.
Of course, there are 8 arcs. Actually, really 8? Really? Are you sure it's not 7?
So this one inside is not included.
It's included. Let's count. So we have this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course, we have 8 arcs. And how many regions are there altogether?
The regions.
How many regions?
5 regions. Sir.
You are falling into the trap. It's 5 plus 1. You have to count the region outside. This place outside like this is another region. So how many regions are there?
6.
All right, so there are 6 regions. So let's count the regions. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the region outside 6.
5, 6.